What up, y'all? Today we about to watch a video where the cops found three corpses inside of a Twitch streamer's inside their crib. I think that's the title of it. Yeah, cops discovered three dead bodies in a Twitch streamer's home. So we about to take a look at this and check it out. Uh, Maybe learn something, maybe not. But we're gonna watch it for the first time together, and I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions. So yeah, thank y'all for showing up to check this out with me, and we got another one.
How much of a fucking mess is this when I go walk in here?
Don't go that way.
Yeah, because I didn't want FD coming in if we have a legit homicide.
He probably.
I'm sorry for stopping it so fast, 6 seconds in, but I hate the smugness and the smirk. Like, what is it to be smirking about outside of a crime scene where you know it's a mess in there and it's probably bodies in there? What are we smiling about? That's why I feel like police are just sick-minded people. Because what is the enjoyment? What's making you smile right now? Like,
if you caught Grant Amato streaming on Twitch, you'd think he was just another gamer trying to make it big. Behind that image, however, was a growing obsession that would lead police to discover three dead bodies inside his family home.
The alleged motive for the murders is so bizarre, Hollywood script writers couldn't make it up.
Please send me one of your videos. I don't like buying your stuff. It makes me feel weird.
And now, with disturbing evidence unveiling a twisted sequence of events.
Now we know you don't have your weapons, well.
I mean, I have my like duffel bag and whatnot in there if you guys want to check that.
No one is prepared for the true motive that pushed him to this point.
Did you leave the house with your brother Cody looking like that? Or did you leave the house with your father looking like that? Or your mother?
No, I didn't do any of this.
brother, mother, and father.
On January 25th,
did you see how big the house is? Like, do y'all see how big the house is? Like, I feel like the more privilege these people have, the more there's a privilege for them to be insane. They get the benefit of the doubt. They get to be as crazy as they want to be. And the world sees them as normal. But we can look at this man and tell it's something wrong with this man. Off bat, it's something wrong with this guy. And to me, he looks like 90% of the white guys you see.
of 2019, deputies in Chuleta, Florida were dispatched to the Amato family home for a welfare check after their son Cody, who hadn't missed a single day of work in 5 years, failed to show up for his shift.
I had a feeling that we were gonna. Once I read it, I'm like, he probably killed the brother. That's one thought that I had. Something went bad last night, and hopefully not. Hopefully he's. I think that they were. I checked FD's response, nothing.
Wait a minute. That's a stat right there that they need to look at, because they say it's so normally, yeah, he probably killed the mother. But that's what white people tend to do. Like, we have to look at these people for who they are. If most of the time, if you look at the stats of the race of people who kill their parents, it's them. It's them. By a landslide. So if these kind of people don't even care for their own flesh and blood, how can we think that they could care about anyone else in society? Like, their Neanderthal DNA is real. These people are animals. Most of them. You might find some good ones in there, but then they still are going to carry that animalistic trait that they have.
Last night.
LT wants us to check the attic.
Okay.
I've got Debbie running tags on all these people to see if there's any vehicles outstanding, because I guess the data's still outstanding, correct?
Yeah.
How much of a fucking mess is this when I go walk in here?
Don't go that way.
Yeah, kitchen
Go
shitty.
this way.
We can go in through the back door here.
The
And we can
back door
walk
bathroom.
through that one.
No one else is in there from us, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right, give us 5 minutes.
What deputies didn't expect was just how confusing the case was about to get. Something about the gruesome scene inside the house didn't add up.
Hey.
I chose Shopify because when I was testing other platforms, it was definitely one of the most user-friendly. I look at
I was just trying to get information to see, because I didn't want FD coming in if we have a legit
It's smelling
homicide. If
ass
it's
getting on my
pursued.
nerves. nerves.
Then
Yeah, I just
so that's
wanted
why.
to be 100% sure,
No,
especially
I'm
the
good with
mom.
that, but that's what if it was leaning towards. I
Yeah.
didn't want them coming in.
Yeah.
That's why I needed a call. I knew you
I'm
guys
sorry.
were busy.
Yeah, we were up
that
to our
was-
balls, and I just told FD just whoever's going to pronounce, that's it. And
How did he even become a police officer? He don't even look in shape. Looks like he never was in shape. And these are the kind of people, low self-esteem having people, that they allow to be police officers. Where he can just live out all his fantasies. That's why he's smiling when he gets to the crime scene. It's disgusting, the people who are allowed to be police officers. Disgusting.
That's-
I mean,
that's who
if
came
it's
in.
obvious signs, we don't need to pronounce.
yeah,
513.
two of them,
Do we have a phone number for the dad?
it was like probably, but I didn't want to be, it wasn't worth a chance. So
The last person to see the Amato family alive was their own son,
Look
Grant.
crazy.
Using toll camera footage from that day, detectives traced his car across town to a hotel in Orlando, where he'd checked in that same afternoon.
Okay. Good job. I knew it. I was looking. I've been hitting every fucking hotel. I knew it. I was going to do it.
Block that entrance.
One of you completely blocked the entrance, and I moved another one up here. We need to put two guys.
Put your car in that
We need.
Look at her little butch self. See? And then it's funny because when you think of so-called lesbian, they always try to put you in a box and make you look like what they think the stereotypical black so-called lesbian looks like. And the police, it's crazy that she even gets to be an officer for real, because the police, they hate dykes. They hate them. And it's funny because she's white, she feels inclusive. She feels like part of the team. So she's going to uphold the white supremacy that is within the police department just so she can fit in. It's disgusting. I don't even think we need police. What y'all think? I don't think we need police at all. For real. We can police ourselves if that's the case. Or the police should be voted in just like you do government officials or something like that. People shouldn't be allowed to police us that don't live within the community. If you wasn't raised within the community or live within this community, you should not be allowed to police these people, because then you don't have cultural competence. And I feel like if you have to have cultural competence to work any other job in this country, why is it that to be a police officer you don't have to have any kind of competence? None.
Yeah, it's like almost balding, right?
Yeah.
We need to lock everything down.
Yeah. We need to get in this hotel and start moving people out.
Yeah.
Let's find out and interview these.
She's not even American. You hear me? Oh my God. She's not even American. Accent so thick, and you get to come to America and police Americans. There has to be a criteria for this. This person has not existed in this country long enough to understand our legal structure or anything. So how is she in a position to police citizens? I'm disgusted. I'm really disgusted. This lady ain't even American. And she hasn't even been here long enough to have altered her accent. That means you haven't been here for generations or anything. But yet, now you're above us, the people who was here before the colonizers. And now you get to police us based on stereotypes. It's insane.
People inside.
Yeah.
You want to do that part?
Yeah, I'll talk to them.
I've been pretty positive around this corner. There's an employee entrance that leads to their convention space.
Why don't you two, if you don't mind, go inside, get the front desk, start finding out about this guy.
You got his info, his full
Who's
name.
got a
and
computer?
stuff. Yeah, pull it up real quick.
Grab your computer, take it in there, show them the picture.
After a 24-hour manhunt, Grant Amato was brought in for questioning, unaware that detectives already considered him their prime suspect.
All right, stand by. We'll get to it.
He's the prime suspect in unaliving his mother, brother, and father and yet they have them nicely handcuffed on the ground. It ain't 10 to 12 police officers on top of them. They not beating them for no reason. There's no excessive force. Like, I've been beat up worse than the police, I've been actually beat up by the police, and I wasn't even breaking the law. I done been beat up by the police in my own house. Was not breaking the law. And you see, this is what I mean, what we mean when we say privilege. He got the privilege to go to jail without a scratch on him. We don't even got that privilege.
You're being cooperative, sir. We appreciate that. Some Seminole County detectives want to talk to you, so we're going to get their handcuffs off of you.
Nothing in your pants, correct? Yes. Nothing, yes, sir.
It's just a normal routine when we encounter someone that we want to make sure you're safe. Now that we know you don't have any weapons, we'll get those restraints off of you.
I mean, I have my like duffel bag and whatnot in there if you guys want to check that and whatnot.
That'll be up to the detectives to talk to you. We're confident you've been cooperative, everything's good, so we appreciate that very much. Goes a long way.
No, it don't, buddy.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play unlocked with Google Play Games on PC.
And now, they'll do everything they can to find out why someone would take the lives of their entire family, just like that.
We just want to talk to you a little bit, and we'll get this in and out, be on our way.
Okay. Well, I was accused of grand theft of the third degree back in June of 2018. That went on for 6 months, and during that time I obviously wasn't allowed to work because of it. And then
where was that at?
Florida Hospital South, the main one down in Orlando.
Down on Orange Avenue?
Rollins, that's what it is.
Okay.
Rollins.
This weirdo working in a hospital. I'm telling you, they be hiding right in plain sight. And it's disgusting because they all around us. All these weird white people are around us. And they can move freely. I feel like they don't get caught until they want to get caught, to be honest.
Okay.
So when that happened, obviously I was dismissed from that job, and then I couldn't get another job because now you have an outstanding felony charge on your name.
Sure.
So then I got the attorney. It all went through, and then finally in December, they posted on the Orange County Clerk Courts or whatever website where your file is that there was no evidence ever presented. All the charges were dropped, and now I'm just in the process of expunging that from my record.
The robbery Grant's referring to here is the reason he lost his nursing career in the first place. Months before this incident, Advent Health Orlando suspended him after 80 empty vials of propofol turned up in rooms he was overseeing, unaccounted.
If there was a black person and 80 vials of propofol came up missing, not only would he been suspended, he would have been terminated right now, and charges would have been brought against this person. This person would have been in jail. That is the medication that unalived Michael Jackson. That is the medication that they use to render your body useless when they want to do something to you. That the fact that he was allowed to steal all of that and then walk around freely with nothing over him, no jail, no consequences. Why wouldn't he continue this behavior? But yet, we can't even jaywalk. We can't even curse at the police. We can't even tell the police, hey, respect me in my motherfucking house. We can't even say that to the police. We can't talk. We can't do nothing. Or else we stripped of everything. And this man committed a bunch of crimes leading up to this triple homie, huh? It's crazy. White privilege.
For by any doctor's orders. He was arrested for grand larceny. And while the charge was later dropped, the hospital had already seen enough and fired him. But instead of finding another job, Grant decided to try his luck at streaming.
So you guys play a lot of the PC games then?
Yeah, we started getting into PC games primarily. I haven't turned on my PlayStation in months. I think the only other game that we really played was Fortnite, but then that was starting to get to
That's a big deal right now.
Yeah.
The younger
Kids are all over it.
generation.
And actually, yeah, during the time that I wasn't working as a nurse, I tried to do the whole Twitch streaming thing.
What is that? I'm sorry.
No.
We're kind of older where you have to explain a lot of this to us.
With Twitch, it's you got your mic and then you have your face cam, and then basically people are just watching you play whatever game you're going to say.
The police job is to keep you talking. And he's such a narcissist, such a crazy person, that he just loves talking about himself anyway. So he's just going to keep rambling on and on about nothing, and they're just going to pick from these little conversations. They think they're making him comfortable, but he's so narcissistic, he's comfortable anyway. He thinks that they have nothing on him. Like most crazy white people, they lie to the death. They lie. They lie all the way to the courts. They lie all the way to the stand. And then I hate police. Like, this whole song and dance they doing, just get to it, bro. Please get to it.
That you're playing. Okay. And then, you know, they can donate, they can subscribe to you, which then you get like a monthly payment.
Did you have anybody doing that for you?
I had like I think I was up to like 30 something subscribers.
And what would you charge them to?
With subscriptions, there's 4 tiers of it. Tier 1 is just $5. So right when you see that you blank subscribe to it, you get $5. Is
that monthly or just total?
Actually, it's Twitch pays you every 45 days because you're like an independent, self-employed or something.
No, but saying with their account, though, they subscribe to you. Would it be for a 30-day period? Or
Yes, yeah.
So every 30 days, they owe you another $5.
If they resubscribe.
Right.
Yeah. So then there was that. Tier 2 was like $10. Tier 3 was $15. Then if somebody tier 4'd, it was $24, I think.
And what does that get you for?
All that the higher tiers do is they give you like more emotes, like little things you can put in chat. So that when you're playing, everybody who's in your room can chat about, you know, what you're doing or, you know, anything random. And then donations can range from 1 cent up to however high a person.
So what were you making off of Twitch a month?
Nothing really significant. It was like.
So you said about 30 people at one time subscribed to you? So a minimum, what? $150?
$150, and then a few donations. But primarily, I guess, just keeping myself busy, doing something.
There's a lot of money in this.
Now, are these adults doing this or kids?
They're in their early 20s.
Okay.
There's thousands and thousands of streamers who do that on Twitch, but there's maybe like 5 that make 6 figures.
Your meal kit is lying to you. Sure, the macros look good, but once you dig deeper, you'll see why you feel like.
Grant's parents believed in his streaming ambitions and even paid for his entire setup to help him get started on Twitch. Unfortunately, that wasn't the only thing they'd.
A grown man who was a nurse living at home with his parents, which means you had a great nursing salary living at home with your parents, and yet a grown man still couldn't produce the money to buy his own video gaming setup. He couldn't afford to buy his own gaming PC. So his parents of white privilege and apparently extra money bought this grown man a gaming PC so that he could pursue his career of gaming. And yet they talk about us. And most of us have been working since we were teenagers. But they talk about us. It's just disgusting. Like, white people are truly mediocre, and we know this. How many white people have we worked with that we look at and it's like, damn, they are nowhere near where I am. Productivity, just their level of intelligence, their work ethic, none of that. And yet they still get the privilege of calling themselves your boss. When is enough, man? Like, when is enough? This is disgusting.
End up funding, though that part happened entirely without their knowledge or consent. What Grant actually spent that money on is about to make his gaming career look like the least of his family's problems.
My father chose to admit me to like a depression or an addiction clinic or something like that in Fort Lauderdale called Cornerstone.
When was that?
That was December 22nd.
Okay.
Until I think
now they're going to say you got a history of mental illness,
sir. Did you agree to go?
I didn't, but they said that, you know, this was your only...
Who said?
My dad.
Okay.
And that was in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, yeah.
Did your mom agree with it?
My mom and my brother both agreed, but it was my dad who was like the iron fist, like, this is what's going to happen. Like, you know, he can't.
Why did he say you needed to go? What was his reasoning?
Because with the way that I was acting, he didn't see that I was doing anything for, like, the positive. You know, and a lot of it just came back to money with him. He would like allow me to spend money that he had, like with his credit card or something like that. But it's like then whenever I did, it was like a huge problem.
Okay, so you had one of his credit cards.
Yeah.
And what were you buying with it?
Well, what I was doing is over the past 4 months or something like that, I've been talking to this woman online.
Who is she?
She's as embarrassing as it is. She's a cam model.
A what?
A cam model. Do either of you guys know?
So, buddy, a weirdo who can't even afford to get himself off with a cam model. Like, you're using your dad's credit card. Like, this is just a prime example of how pathetic white people are. Like, I'm sorry, this is who these people are, and then they get to be our governors, mayors, police officers. And look at them. Look at them. At what point are we going to treat these people like the animals that they are? At what point are we going to say out of our mouths who these people are? At what point are we going to stand up for ourselves against white mediocrity? Like, at what point?
Nope. Just like all the videos, Jeff, you have to tell us.
A cam model, it's like it's like a virtual girlfriend, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like that type of situation. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the money went to her.
Okay. Where's she at?
She lives in Bulgaria.
Where?
Bulgaria.
Where's that?
Over in Europe. It's like
He said, "Where's that?"
Okay.
Something like that.
You ever been there?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't that serious.
Okay.
So what would you give her money for?
Just for like the time online with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was just like that type of thing.
And what did she charge? By the minute? By the hour?
Minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much is it per minute?
Oh God, I think it was like 90 tokens a minute, and it's like the conversion rate for all of that is like $600 for like 5,000 or something tokens or something like that. So, and then it was 4 hours a night. So I mean that's basically just where all the costs went to, was you pay real money for the tokens, then you use the company's digital currency for that.
So you do that, and when did you meet her?
I met her at the beginning of July. Yeah, at the very beginning of July.
Okay, and still talking to her?
Still, yeah. I mean, more just on like Twitter,
Okay.
like just through direct messaging. Again, so
The more he talks, the more you just know you dealing with a weirdo, bro. The more he talks. And I believe all of this is just going to be part of how they, establish his character in court. And you're going to see this man is nuts. Like, just watching him doing this interrogation, you can tell this is a narcissistic murderer. I don't even know how other to say it. You can just tell that's what he is.
cell phone service doesn't work, so it's like I can't use the chatting like that.
How much do you think you spent on this? Because it seems kind of pricey.
Yeah.
90 tokens and $5,000 for how many tokens?
No, it's $600 for 5,000.
For 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much do you think you spent on this?
Probably close to like $200,000, I'd say.
$200,000?
Yeah.
So instead of streaming, Grant started spending his time on adult websites. It was there that he met what he described as his virtual girlfriend, Silvia Vincisilvova from Bulgaria. To impress her, Grant played the part of a rich, successful gamer, spending up to 4 hours a night on her shows and dropping $600 at a time. In total, he drained $200,000 from his family, including a $65,000 loan against their home.
$200,000. This is how you know these people didn't earn their money. It wasn't their blood, sweat, and tears. It wasn't sacrifices. You can tell when generational wealth has accumulated within a family, because then they raise these kids who don't value a dime, because money has always been there for them, and it's obvious that their parents must have inherited the spoils of what this country, took. Like, this is absolutely insane that he was even given leeway to blow $200,000, and that they had $200,000 to just not even notice gone until you get to about $200,000. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. And for these people to say that white privilege does not exist in this country, it's insane. We looking at so many different examples of actual white privilege in this one story.
And when his parents found out, it only got worse from there.
And where'd the money come from?
Money came from me, my brother, and then my dad.
Did they know where the money was going to?
They didn't know that it was going to a cam model. I was saying that it was going towards my Twitch streaming, advertising, like putting my name out there and that type of thing.
But based on what you're telling me, only so many people make so much money. I think just a few in the country make a bunch of money.
Right.
So what was that? That was like the ultimate goal, is to get to that.
I was hoping that the stars would align, and then I would be like one of those people, because I was good at the games, and I'm a funny, pleasant person on the camera and that type of thing. So, yeah. I mean, that's so. I guess to bring it all back with why.
Listen to the mentality of these people, because I'm a funny, pleasant person on camera. That's what people got to understand too. Just because a person presents a certain way on camera doesn't make them that type of person. That's why you should value people who are just going to be themselves on camera, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent. At least you get to see who that person actually is. If a person has to put on a facade and overdo everything just to get eyes on them, maybe their motive for wanting eyes on them is not pure in any way. Like, maybe they're a predator. I don't know. Just listen to this man, because there's a lot of people like him. There's a lot of people like him that exist, and they look like him.
I was brought to Cornerstone. It was a mix of all of those things. It's like he felt like, he felt like...
You need to be grounded?
Yeah. And so then I was there, I spoke to the therapist and psychiatrist and all that stuff. I didn't need any medications for anything. They had analyzed it as, this is an isolated event. You've been out of work, you have this PTSD from the whole getting arrested thing, and I mean, the last thing on my record was, I think, a speeding ticket back when I was at UCF.
If he has PTSD from getting arrested, I guess the whole black community has PTSD, most of it undiagnosed. And we can list the things, we can list the traumas. So, what are we going to do about that? What? Continue to keep having PTSD? Continue to be treated the way we're being treated? I can't even believe they diagnosed this man with PTSD because he got arrested. Wow.
And then, just having all of that stuff going on. But then they had signed me up, I think, to be there for 60 days. But then I was only there until January 4th. So
who paid for that?
My brother, Cody.
What was the cost of that, do you know?
$15,000. It was $15,000, and then I think when I had gotten back, we were going through the process of calling them and seeing if we could get any type of refund. And I think they said that he was going to get refunded $3,000 from his $15,000.
Sure.
But I don't.
There so long.
Right. But I don't know if that transaction had ever gone through.
At this point, it probably won't surprise anyone that someone else had to cover Grant's rehab bill. To be fair, he actually had an incredibly supportive family. They'd already spent over $200,000 on him, and they were still...
Look at him. Just look at this family photo. They call this a good, wholesome white family. And to me, all I see is privileged, evil, sneaky people. That's what I see. I do not see a good, wholesome family. I see a storybook, fake fairy tale of how they want us to perceive white people. Like they showing all these family photos, but this man is accused of killing everybody in this picture except for him. When they put black people out there, they take the worst picture of you they can find. They're definitely not going to show a picture of you with your family. They're going to do all of that so that visually the world can see you as not human, not a family person, not any of the things that they're trying to show us about this young white killer. This is crazy.
Still trying to help. When he got home, though, his dad handed him a list of rules. Get a job, pay for his own phone and debts, and cut off all contact with Sylvie. Sounds pretty reasonable, right? Except this is Grant we're talking about. And by that point, Sylvie had already become Grant's biggest obsession.
With Base 44, a simple sentence becomes your website.
Spending that amount of money, it's idiotic to do that, you know, especially when you're not making
So 200,000.
Right.
When was the last time that you and your dad did have, you know, a heated conversation?
It would be Thursday, because one of his rules was that I wasn't allowed to talk to the woman anymore that I had been talking to. But I guess you could say behind the scenes, my mom would let me talk to her through her cell phone using Twitter. And, you know, she would tell me, like, look, you have to keep it just basic, because if you say anything or if you entice anything or do anything like that, it might lead her to say something to, like, my dad or something like that. Because,
how would she get in touch with him?
Because apparently when I was in Cornerstone, my dad told her, because he had, like, hacked my computer or something like that, and then he found everything.
Is he an electronics guy like you and your brother?
Except he's more of that, like, hacking level, like, able to do all that stuff. So he had found, you know, like, just the stuff that was related to her. And then, you know, he erased my whole entire computer. He put a password on it. So it's like, even when I came back up until Thursday, like, I wasn't able to go onto my own computer to look at anything.
He's treating you like a small child.
Right. And rightfully so. I mean, spending
It's
that
because you're insane. He's insane.
Kind of did. But, so yeah, anyways, on Thursday, he had apparently found out that I was speaking to her again. Mm-hmm. And when I came back on the 4th, my mom picked me up from the Cornerstone place. And then me and my mom met my dad at California Pizza in Waterford Lakes. Mm-hmm. And he had this list front and back on a piece of paper of all the rules. This is what's going to happen. This is why I'm acting the way that I'm going to act. I'm not going to be Dad anymore. I'm going to be Chad. And I basically told him that I'm going to be present. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to start trying to get jobs now. I told him what my plan was. You know, it wasn't really my intention to continue talking to this woman, but it just kind of happened. And then because there was, like, that emotional connection, I guess you could say, between her and me, like, I like, you know, it felt like a relationship, you know. I didn't want to just stop cold turkey on it. So he had apparently found out, and then right, and one of the stipulations was that he told me at the dinner was, if you speak to this woman again.
Hey man, I think anybody who thinks they're in a relationship with a webcam person, webcam woman, or some video vixen, or some OnlyFans, or somebody that you have to pay to communicate with you, you're insane. Like, you are bound to hurt somebody because you are not even living in reality. And yet, they let this little crazy self wander around knowing that they had this weirdo of a son. Knowing this. The police can see his weird self walking around and he don't look weird to them. It's because they are the same. It's a shame that in this day and age, where everything that white people do, we still look at them and act like they're not a threat. They are the threat. They are the threat.
you're out of the house. I'm kicking you out. You can pack up your shit, and then you're off my property. And then because of the way that he used to be, he had told me that basically if that happens, that if I ever step back onto his property, that he would kill me. So, you know, on Thursday, that all happened, and then I was in the process. I was getting all my stuff together. I was piecemealing it out to the car, and then, you know, I had an interview on Friday, so I had to get my suit out to my car. I was trying to just get all of my necessities as best as I could from, you know, a lifetime of living inside the house.
So, according to Grant, he argued with his father, started packing his things, and his mother called Cody, who, in this version of the story, just happened to be nearby. Although that story would change later, Grant initially claimed they met somewhere away from the house, where Cody handed him his credit card. Then, somehow, his entire family was found dead the next morning. And with the first piece of evidence against him already in their hands, the only question left is, how long could Grant keep claiming he was innocent?
So you and Cody meet.
Right.
And it's approximately what time? And I know it's not, I'm not holding to the exact minute. What time do you think you met?
Like 10:30 or something like that.
How long did you talk to him for?
Only about 10 minutes or so.
And what was the conversation?
Conversation was basically that he was brought up to speed, you know, and that he would take care of it.
He was brought up to speed by what?
He was brought up to speed on, like, why I'm out here.
Who brought him up to speed?
My mom.
Oh, so she talked to him?
Yeah.
He told you that mom had talked to him?
Right.
Since the argument or when?
Since I had left.
So you'd left the house approximately when?
I left the house at like... God, when did I leave the house?
Dark?
It was dark.
First time he don't know what to say.
It was after 9 p.m., but I just don't remember.
So between 9 and approximately 10:30,
right.
You leave,
right.
Go down to sit on Fort Christmas. Cody comes and talks to you about 10 minutes. At some point, your mom has spoken to Cody based on what the conversation you had with him, correct?
Correct, yeah.
And she told him what had happened between you and your dad.
Right.
Okay.
Do you think that's why Cody left work?
I mean,
Did Cody say to you why he left work?
No, he never said why he left work, but in my mind, I was just thinking, oh, he had been let off work early like three times already this week, so I was just like...
10, 15 minutes you talk to Cody.
Right.
What's he driving?
He drives a 97 Honda Accord.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the conversation, and he leaves to go home?
Right.
And you leave to go where?
And then I stay in that general area just so that if anything happens, somebody like knows where I am.
Okay, how long did you stay there?
That was a dumbass lie right there.
I mean, like a couple hours, I would say.
Just that same area where you were talking about?
Like, I would go, like, kind of just up and down that road a little bit, just at my cars and just, like, sitting there. Mm-hmm. But for the most, yeah, I mean, I was staying in that general area, and then I decided to go
to Publix.
Bro.
Which was about what?
He making his own movement sound suspicious as I don't know what, bro. Like, he making his... I just stayed in that general area, and I was just moving my car so that he would... Like, this is so unnecessary. Give these people one-word answers or don't give them no answer and move along because, bro, they didn't bring you in here for no reason. Like, we know why you're here. You know why you're here. Stop being crazy for a minute and just move along with this.
Like, between, like, midnight and 1, I think. Yeah.
And you go to Publix midnight 1, and how long did you stay there till?
I stayed there until, like, 7, I think, in the morning.
What?
As best as I could, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I
never comfortable sleeping in the car.
Yeah,
Where
but
did you park at? You know?
It's like on the side of it where, like, there's the back end of Publix where, like, all the shipments and stuff come in, and then you go around that corner, and then there's that line.
On the Publix end of it, or the Tractor Farm Supply end of it?
Publix end.
So there's some parking there around that side.
Yeah.
I'm familiar because I used to live that
and cameras.
There's a side.
You not own them, boy.
You come up forward, you make the left, you go in front of Publix. The ice cream place is out front.
Right.
But you're on the side of the building.
Right.
Did any deputies or anybody ever come by, or anybody that worked there?
Nobody.
Any delivery trucks?
I saw delivery trucks like in the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
And 7 o'clock 7 o'clock-ish?
Between 7 and 7:30, yeah, I leave.
And go where?
And then I just drive over to where my interview.
And I'm sorry, I'm just not understanding. Where was that at?
Off Leva.
I'm not understanding either. So you spent the night in Publix parking lot, and then you just woke up, and then you drove to an interview. That just shows the nastiness of these people too. They are really disgusting people. So you got a house. You weren't gonna shower, brush your teeth, comb the sides of that hair, and go to this interview. You just was gonna sleep outside Publix and then get up and go to an interview. Like, everything you saying sounds so crazy and ridiculous. Like, Lord have mercy.
Off Lee Vista. So how did you get there?
I just drove there.
This was the one part of Grant's story that was actually true. He wanted to distance himself from the murders as much as possible, but he was smart enough to know detectives could easily verify where he'd been. Unfortunately for Grant, detectives could also trace fingerprints. And that's when they discovered it wasn't his mother who had asked Cody to come home at all. It was Grant, texting from his father's phone to lure his brother back to the house, intending to shoot him after taking the lives of their parents. But instead of scrambling to come up with excuses, Grant had a completely different story planned.
And then when you left Cody, what did he say he was going to go do?
Cody said that he will take care of it.
Take care of what?
Just the situation that was at hand with whatever he had been updated with from my mom.
Did he tell you what he was updated?
He had told me the reason.
So the parents already cooked. Seems like they already cooked. And he was trying to lure the brother home so that he can fry him up too. I wonder what did he think he was going to get from this situation, unless with the brother gone, you the only beneficiary. But you think they're not going to investigate a homicide, and if you think that the only living person left of that immediate family won't be the first suspect, I don't even understand what you was thinking about. Like, I don't understand. This must have been an emotional response to something. They must have told his little white self, no, you ain't getting no more money, or something. And he had an emotional response to it and just decided to whack everybody. Like, that's the only logical explanation for why he would do this. Because I know he didn't think he was going to cash out on no insurance. I know he didn't think that.
Why, like, I'd been kicked out. But he really didn't give me that much dialogue, like, about that situation. You know, he was miffed a little bit because, you know, he had just gotten off work and now he has to go deal with this. And then after that, I mean, it was just, he gave me the debit card to say, you know, to use this in case of emergencies. And then, I mean, that was pretty much it, because I don't know if, like, he had already said that he was on his way home, or if there were expectations, like, for a time with him for making it home.
But what was your demeanor? Like, what did Cody see you as? Like, were you
like scared?
Upset?
Yeah, I was scared because, I mean, like I said, it's the first time that I had been out of the house, you know.
You were scared because
you just whacked your mama down.
Right.
Or did your father say or do anything to scare you?
He had threatened me that if I stepped foot back on his property, not the house, but if I stepped foot back on his property, that he would kill me. And, like,
He said those specific words?
Yeah.
Did you tell that to Cody? That your
No.
father told you that?
No, I didn't.
So you're afraid of him?
Oh, yeah.
You
see, he a narcissist. He know they know he did it. Now he trying to change their frame of thought. Now he trying to make them believe that he was in fear of his life, so that when things unfold and they say to him, we know you unalived your father, he gonna try to ride that wave of he was in fear. He was afraid. Man, these people are, hurry up and get along with this, man. We already know what's going on. Tell this man y'all know so we can get along with this.
are actually afraid that he could kill you.
Yeah, and it's also because, like, in the past, like 2 weeks before I got kicked out, my dad was going through, like, a lot of episodes where he was losing his temper a lot, yelling a lot, especially when me and Cody weren't at the house. And,
Who's he yelling at?
My mom.
So, was he being violent to your mom?
Yeah, like, I think...
Physically or just emotionally?
Both.
Yelling ain't violence.
He had bruised her left arm by grabbing it. And then apparently she had said that on one of the nights that they were in the kitchen together, and then he was like throwing food at her and then banged her head against the wall a couple times.
So and I'm not, let me speak bad of your dad, but he's kind of a violent guy.
Yeah, I mean,
You have a reason to be afraid of him.
and then the thing that I was getting to was that apparently my mom was so scared at one point, because it had been a while since he had been like this, that she had taken like
This
a
police
couple or
officer
number
is funny,
of
man.
voice memos on her phone whenever he would like come in and then start, like she knew that, you know, something like he was going to start to get upset. And that on multiple occasions, he had told her that he had told her that basically if I fuck up, sorry for the language, but that if I screw up, he's going to kill me, and then he's going to kill her.
He said those specific
Because
words.
he blames everything that happens negatively with me and with Jason. Not
Nah,
with Cody,
he
but
doing
with
that.
me and Jason.
He doing that because he know they both dead. So he's sitting here acting like they haven't discovered, because they haven't said to him that they discovered his parents' bodies. So now he gonna sit here and say, yeah, he said he's gonna kill me and then he's gonna kill her, because both of them are already dead. Like this is so I guess he wants them to believe he killed his father in self-defense, and the father must have killed the mother. But then what about your brother? You gonna say your daddy did that too? Like the amount of time they wasting, and I understand why they wasting it as police officers, because buddy over here on the left with the girl thighs, this man thinks he's smart, so he just want to keep trying to build trust with him by acting like he on his side, and yeah, you're a victim, yeah, you're scared of your dad, yeah, he doing that to keep dude talking, because most of the stuff he's saying is irrelevant, but it's relevant enough to be used against him, and it's just gonna keep on solidifying that this nigga is crazy.
Jason on her because we're her favorites.
So you have a reasonable belief in your mind that your dad could hurt you.
Yes.
He could hurt your mom.
Yes.
He could maybe hurt Jason.
Yes.
He's a violent guy. I'm sorry, I've been this a long time. He sounds like a violent guy.
Yeah.
Quick to lose his temper with you over minuscule stuff.
Minuscule stuff, yeah.
I get the point he's upset about the amount of money. I do get that.
Right.
But physically, he's abusive.
Yes.
And it's kind of embarrassing as you're an adult male right now. He's been abusive of you for years, has he not?
Yeah. I mean, more mentally over the course.
But it has been...
Oh my God, they want a confession out of Buddy so bad.
Right, 29? That you're afraid that your father could kill you.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it's like, you know, at the house, I mean, I have like no access to anything. So I mean, it's literally just like me, and you know, like I told you.
Access to anything, you mean what?
Like, you know, anything to defend myself. You know, like I had
the guns in the
sold
house?
all my guns.
You sold it. Does Cody have guns in the house?
He does, but they're like locked up somewhere.
Dad have guns in the house?
Again, yeah, but they're locked up somewhere.
And you don't have access to them?
I don't even have a house key. I don't have a house key. I don't have any keys to the doors inside the house. All I had was my car key. That's all that he gave me.
And that night when you argued with your father and he said he grabbed your shirt and pulled you off the couch, did he do anything else to you?
So if he don't have keys to them people's house, and they did arrest him at some other place, like a little apartment or something. So if he don't have keys to that house, you gonna get charged with the breaking and entering, probably whatever you stole, the murders. Like boy, you going down.
No, he didn't like pursue it anymore. He was just.
Did you tell Cody that he acted that
No.
way towards you?
No, I didn't.
Cody had no idea that there was a heated, physical, just the argument that you needed to get
Right.
out because you were talking to this girl.
Right.
Look at how relaxed he is right now.
Man.
Still acting like he's just there to talk about some family argument.
You know?
But detectives are about to confront him with a very different version of events. One that could bring them even closer to uncovering the motive behind what happened.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games.
Me and Eva knew everything before we asked you the questions. Now's the time to come to Jesus, be honest, because you're holding something back. I can see it in your eyes. People don't believe that the police will help you, but we are actually here to help you with issues you may have.
No, sir.
I think something happened, and you don't want to tell us, but right now is the time to get it off your chest. And I really wish you would, because it will make you feel better in the end.
I genuinely don't have anything else that I can say about the night or, you know, the periods of time afterwards.
There's only one opportunity to make that good impression. And if we've done something we shouldn't have done, you fess up. If you caught your hand in a cookie jar, you do it. Now,
is there anything else that happened at the house that you didn't tell us, that you've left out, or we haven't asked you, that would be of importance?
Y'all gotta show them, man. Y'all gotta show them, man.
You drove around for those few hours. Did you ever really go back to the house that you haven't told us about?
something that happened that caused you to defend yourself.
No, because again, it's like I didn't have any means to defend myself. I mean, I didn't.
Well, we know from talking to that there's weapons in the house.
Right.
We know that to be a fact. Something happened that caused you to defend yourself. Whether you had anything or not, you found something to defend yourself with. I can't tell you everything. I'm not going to tell you everything. But something happened. Whether your dad blew up on you, threatened you.
He ain't got a scratch on him. He wasn't defending himself. They had to go after they told him no.
Caused an altercation.
And I didn't do anything at the house besides get my stuff together and take it out to my car. And that's, I mean, I didn't, besides that one thing that I told you guys where I was going down the road to come back maybe, besides that, I mean, I didn't.
So you saw nothing that was out of the ordinary?
No.
In the Fort Christmas area or 419 area?
No, I mean.
Did you even get up to the Lake Mills Fort Christmas area where that guy's blinking lights are?
No. When I came back, I didn't come up to there.
There is, and you're better at electronics than I am. I'm gonna go ahead and admit that. There's a digital footprint, and there's ways to see things that we know that don't make sense. Even though your phone may not have service, there's still issues with the phone.
Right.
And it was on you the entire time when you left the house until.
Why would you say
were in touch with law enforcement?
Now he's just gonna keep solidifying what they. I mean, and they throwing in little questions. So it was on you the whole time. Yeah. Why would you say anything? I don't even understand why he been talking anyway this whole damn time. Because they saying, oh, by you talking, we know it's guns in the house. Then they tell you about the digital footprint, which we all know about the digital footprint, and we know that we can turn our phone off and it's still gonna be tracked. We know all of this, and he still says, yeah, it was on me the whole time. Insanity. But that's the privilege of white people. They are so arrogant that they really believe, up until the point where they behind them bars, they don't think they going.
I can track places you've been, and I know where you have been, and I know what time you've been there. And everything you're telling me isn't just copacetic and doesn't add up. Because there's what I think, what you think, what she thinks, and there's things that are hard facts that you can't manipulate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think something happened at the house based on my knowledge right now, and you're afraid to say it. You're afraid to come back and say that I was a victim, I was hurt, I had something that happened there that I don't want you to tell because it's something maybe embarrassing or not good. But I know a lot more than I can let on right now. And things you're not telling me, I can't help you if you won't let me help you.
So where's the missing piece?
Grant's still playing like he has no idea what's going on, but his own answers are giving him away. If he genuinely hadn't heard a word about his family until...
He should have started off acting like he didn't know what was going on. I don't understand. Like, I feel like, you just whacked all three of them people and they came to get you, they ain't come to get nobody else. I don't even understand what you started a conversation with them for. At all. Like, this is crazy.
Till this exact moment, you would expect shock or confusion, or panic, or something. So if you're going to pretend you know nothing, you might actually want to act like it. But for some reason, Grant still seems to believe his innocent little story is holding up.
I saw like a news van, and then I don't think there might have been like a cop car. There was like traffic being
Human nature. What do people do when I go back to my old neighborhoods? And I've lived a couple places in Central Florida in the 23 years I've been here. I see something major going on, I get on my phone, or I get on my computer, some point, look, I wonder what's happened by my neighborhood, and look.
Did
And
that
there-
even spark your attention?
There's a digital footprint of where I went on my phone. This right here phone, they can tell me I looked at these maps on my phone because it's on there.
Right.
The memory's there, you can't delete it, you can't. You came back to the neighborhood. You saw some things that are really out of the ordinary.
Right.
And I don't believe for a second that you thought that I'm not going to look what's going on. What happened to my neighborhood?
I mean, I didn't search it up on anything, on any of the devices that I have.
Did you search it somewhere else?
At,
Remember, like I said, I know things that you don't know. And honesty will get you all the things I could do for you, to be honest. I can't deal with someone who lies
All
to
the
me,
things I can do for
but
you.
I'll
What?
deal with someone and help them till the end, no matter what, believe it or not. That's just me, and she'll tell you. It's what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say if I can do something that can help you, I'm going to help you because every one of us make mistakes.
I can't stand the police. I can't stand these conversations. Like, I get disgusted. I'm sorry. It's something moves in my spirit when I even hear the police. I don't like them talking to me. I don't want them in my presence. And don't try to manipulate me. Don't try to get me to talk to you. I have nothing to say to you. Like, and it's insulting to me because they are low IQ people. They are. And the only power they have is to ruin your life. They don't have the power to save you from anything, and they never would if they could. So I don't even understand how this level of questioning and the things that they are doing is still something that people are interested in. I can't even believe that people still talk to the police and deal with the police knowing, like, I don't know, I can't stand them. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's my own personal, like, I can't stand them, and it's just, it's moving my spirit.
And do things we shouldn't have done in the heat of the moment to protect ourselves or to protect somebody else. It happens. I know you've searched for something. I know something. I can't tell you exactly. But you said, won't you tell me? And I'll tell you if you're being truthful.
You don't know shit. You think you know.
When I had gone to the Panera, I searched for like top stories, Oviedo or Chuliot or something like that.
Found what?
And then I saw that there was, it was like just the initial, like it had like a video, but I didn't listen to the video, but it had just an initial thing of that there was shootings in Salton Circle, but it didn't say like the address or who was involved. It was just like this is the preliminary.
Was that on one of the news stations? What was the site you searched?
I honestly can't remember. I think it was one of the Weshes, but.
And you saw the story because we've seen the same stories. You've seen the story because there's a thing that will tell me how long of the time you spent on that.
Right.
You saw what happened.
Yeah, I was on there for like 20 seconds.
Well, what was your thoughts when you reviewed that story?
I was freaking out, and I didn't.
This is crazy.
I was just like blank. I didn't know what to do.
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
Now is the time.
So what do you think happened?
I think that there was something that obviously happened at the house.
Tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened.
I know better. Listen to me. I know better. I can help you, Grant, with honesty. I can help you with honesty.
We think something else happened before you left the home that you're either afraid of or embarrassed to talk about. But we need to know exactly what happened because, like Danny said, we can place you there at certain times. And so we need to know what happened before you left that house because you didn't leave with everything being okay.
I honestly, I don't have anything else that I can really say. I mean, I don't know.
Do you even know why law enforcement got involved?
Here's the problem with Grant's innocent story. He claimed all he saw on the news was the driveway and the front gate. And maybe that wouldn't have been an issue, except the footage was of his driveway and his front gate.
Crazy.
Is anyone really supposed to believe he didn't recognize the house he grew up in? But still convinced his fairy tale was holding up, Grant just kept digging himself into a deeper hole.
And if something happened that you were defending yourself, then we need to know that. If you were protecting yourself because you were in fear, then that makes sense. But we need to know exactly what happened for you to protect yourself.
You can't minimize this. Once, a wise man told me one time, once a bomb goes off, you can't defuse it. You can't. That's already out there. Now is the point to say, how do I put Band-Aids on myself to minimize the injuries I have? And we're giving you that opportunity. I want to give you that opportunity. I don't think you're a bad guy at all. I really don't. I think you're going through a very stressful and emotional time right now with being out of work and just dealing with all the problems with the arrest. You're probably not used to depending on somebody to pay all your bills. So now you're having to do mom and dad or have to give you money. Cody's having to give you money. And there's a significant debt.
White people are allowed to have a totally different kind of stress. So you're understanding that he's stressed because someone else has to pay his bills. Like, what about the stress of ain't nobody gonna pay your bills? He got arrested one time. What about the stress of you could be arrested for simply walking down the street? You could be arrested in your house when you call the police because somebody else is breaking the law at your house. Like, I'm tired, man. I'm so tired. Like, this, let's just get through it. Let's get through it.
To people, $200,000, I don't know what I'd do. I mean, mortgage, yeah, I get it, or something like that, or a medical bill for my child, yeah, I get it. But talking to some girl, in Bulgaria, you hit it right on the head. You were embarrassed about it, and you have nothing to be embarrassed about.
And you said you had a connection with her.
Sure.
And
here it is, man. I want to help you. She want to help you. You gotta come to me with the truth now, because I already know the truth. I do. Here's the chance you can shake your head no and say I don't know. You do know, and I know you know. She knows you know.
There's a reason you didn't go back to the house. There's a reason why you haven't tried to reach out. I mean, it's odd you haven't heard from anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's words that like I can't think of to even say. But I'm assuming that.
What, they're dead?
When you see that there is a shooting somewhere and it has to do with my family.
Your family has no known enemies.
That's the first time you said that.
Nobody.
Right. Like I don't know how to even say the words.
But give me a roundabout what you're thinking.
That somebody in my family's dead.
Isn't it something? He's trying to convince detectives he has absolutely no idea what happened, all the while delivering every answer with the emotional range of a grocery list.
Man.
At this point, detectives even gave him an opportunity to claim self-defense, despite already believing he was driven by pure rage, not fear.
Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure I understand this. You go to the website, and then you're entered to win one of these three.
And him claiming self-defense to just be used against him, they would
campaign?
definitely
You can win a Lamborghini, souped-up trucks, or $100,000 cash.
That's a common interrogation tactic. By offering a more understandable explanation, investigators sometimes make it easier for a suspect to admit to the act itself. Once someone acknowledges what they did, it's often much harder for them to go back to complete denial.
When you left your...
That's why I don't understand. I hope we learning in this video. Well, I already know, but I hope other people are learning in this video. Like, any conversation you have with the police is gonna be used against you. They could be you could not even be involved in what's going on. But if they feel like you are, or they feel like they want to target you, they will take anything you say and use it against you. Like, I don't talk to the police, people. That's the lesson. Don't talk to the police at all about anything. Don't even ask them. Don't even tell them how your day is. Like, period. I don't know why. Ignore the police. Me, I don't know. They trigger me so bad. I'm cursing before I know it, because I don't like them talking to me any kind of way, and I'm not gonna let them talk to me any kind of way just because they white supremacists with badges, and I'm not a criminal. So you don't have to carry yourself like a criminal just because the police view you as one. Fuck that.
Your house. Everybody was fine.
Yeah.
And when you left Cody,
everything was fine.
No, it wasn't,
Well,
buddy.
we got called to the house because Cody didn't show up to work. So law enforcement goes over there, and can you tell us what we found? What do you think we found when law enforcement arrived at your home?
I mean, you guys are talking about guns, and you're talking about other things that, and then the website and everything, that something happened to him.
Who's him?
Cody.
Who was him? Who are you talking about?
Did you do anything to Cody?
No.
Did you do anything to your mother?
No.
Did you do anything to your father?
No.
You have any reason to believe that anybody else would harm them?
No, the only thing that I was told was that Cody would take care of it for me. And that's all that I know.
But you didn't tell Cody what your father said to you, correct?
Correct.
So when Cody made those comments to you, what do you believe he meant by that? Have you guys ever talked about?
That he was gonna, I thought he was just gonna do what he always does, which is where he just talks about it and he figures out whatever strategy he needs to.
So if anything happened in the home to bring law enforcement there, what would you think happened?
That there was a shooting.
Between whom?
I don't know. Between Cody and my dad.
And why would you think that?
To protect me, or to help me, or to do something with me.
So you're telling me you did not shoot Cody,
No.
your father, or your mother?
No. I mean, I don't know, like, what more I can say.
Well, when law enforcement arrived, that's what they found. So you're the only outstanding child. You're the one that's been having problems with your dad. You're the one that we haven't been able to find for 2 days. Do you understand now why we would be questioning you about this?
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't, like, I mean, I wouldn't be saying, like, all, like, I don't know the way to, I don't know, like, what to even say.
How about the truth? Because after watching Grant deliver what was probably the least convincing reaction to the news that his entire family was gone, the least he could have done was stop pretending to be innocent. By this point, detectives had already tried just about every tactic to get him to open up. When that failed, they shifted gears to see whether
They talking about stop pretending that you're innocent. Unfortunately, it's not a trait of white people to be honest. Like, it is not a trait. White people are liars. 90% of them are liars, manipulators. Like, anything that you can think of, they are that. Even the ones wearing badges. Even the ones that show mayors. Even the ones that show governors. Even the ones sitting in the White House. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I'm so disgusted with us as a nation. Like, that we even allow this. Like, this is crazy. All of this is crazy. I'm at my wit's end with white people. I am.
emotional and moral pressure would finally break through his defenses.
Did you leave the house with your brother Cody looking like that?
They got the pictures
Or
for
did
you,
you leave
my
the house
boy.
with your father looking like that? Or your mother? Is that how you left your family?
Yep, that's how you left him.
No.
That's how you left him, buddy.
Nobody else went into that house.
Who left your family?
Look, y'all, he
like
can't
that?
even cry. He can't even
If
cry.
you were the one that's been depressed, you were the one that owes money, you were the one that got into a confrontation with your father. Who did this to your family? If you were trying to defend yourself or something else happened, we need to know now to help you. So tell us what happened, Grant. We're here to listen to you.
Grant, you need the truth. We're here to make this right. You got to tell the truth. It's on the tip of your tongue, my man. I get that. It's
Did your
tough.
father go after you and you try to protect yourself?
No, I didn't do any of this.
Alright, y'all, enough of this. Y'all see it's about less than It's like 7 minutes left, I believe. It just went away so quick on the screen. But we already know what this is. He did what he did to his people. And the moral of the story is that what we learned today is that, number one, we've always known that you do not trust police officers and you do not talk to police at all for no reason. They're never there to help you. It's always going to be used against you. I don't care if you're the victim of a crime. You talk to the police, they're going to use that against you, even though you're the victim of a crime. Our second lesson today is 90% of all white people are bad people. They are Neanderthals. They have animalistic DNA, and it comes out in every kind of way. So have your guards up when dealing with white people at all times. That's the lesson for today. Thank y'all for coming through, watching this one with me, and check me out on the next one. I think I'm going to drop another one today. Try to crank out a few for y'all. So thank y'all for watching my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll check out another one later.